representing Uzbekistan. Ilhom Khalimov, Oklijon Yukubov, Bahrom Kobilov. The technical officials for this session are the chief referee from Kazakhstan, Natalia Tskai, the left side referee from Italy, Davide Orlando, the right side referee from Greece, Nikolaos Kazantes. take your positions on the field of play. Spotter loaders, please preload the bar to 162 kilos. Rack height 1. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Representing, for the first attempt, representing Ukraine, Panaswe Kostyantin.
It's the final day of competition at the year's first World Cup event. We're in Tbilisi, Georgia on this Monday, the 2025 Powerlifting World Cup event. All the individual events were completed over the past 2 days, and today we wrap things up with the team events, men starting the day and the women finishing it. My name is John. Pleased to have you with us as we get set for the men's team competition. And as you can see, the first participant is getting ready. The team event, there are 3 teams that will go head to head against each other as all 3 in heats. And then the top 2 teams will then compete for the gold medal. So Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and the Ukraine are the 3 teams. And we're starting off with Ukraine. And the Ukrainian team has 3 members, so do Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan. That's a good lift for Kazakhstan. Konstantinian Panasuk with the successful lift of 162 kilograms. So that will get Ukraine on the board right away. So a little bit of strategy in the team event. How it works is each team has 3 competitors, and then the top total lift points go towards their total team score. Whoever has the best 2 scores will move into the gold medal showdown. So there is some strategy because it depends on which coach decides to go with which athlete in which order. So there are a lot of ways that coaches can go about it. Usually the first lifters are sorted ahead of time, but then sometimes things change as the event goes along. So we'll see how this plays itself out. So Kazakhstan going next. It's Adeshan Botov going next. And his attempted lift of 180 kilograms. Botov, 36 years old, competed in the up to 97 kilogram category and won a bronze medal in that event. Should say he won a silver medal in that event, pardon me. Shortchanging him there. And that's a good lift for Botov. So Kazakhstan off to a good start. So
Load the bar to 200
two competitors, two
kilos,
successful
plus
lifts. So Kazakhstan now with their first entry, and there you see the total scores so far. So how the scores are broken down, it's a little bit different. You assume, okay, well, if you lift a heavier weight, then that means you get more points. So that's not necessarily true because it depends on the weight of the actual athlete compared to how much he is lifting. So that's how the points are sorted. So in this case, Panasuk from the Ukraine lifted 162 kilograms and he got 124 points because his body weight is just 58.4 kilograms. Whereas in this case, Adoljan Botov lifted 180 pounds, or 180 kilograms rather, which is more than what the Ukrainian athlete lifted. But because his body weight is higher, then he gets less point. So there's a lot of strategy involved in terms of how that works with the coaches and how much each athlete should lift based on their body weight, etc. So this is the first athlete from Uzbekistan, and it's Ilkhom Kalimov. 200 kilograms, and that's a good lift. That's a whiteout for him. So each of the first athletes for each team have had successful lifts. So 110.08 points for that lift. Sorry, 118.05 points for that lift. So right now the Ukrainian team in front, and Uzbekistan second, and Kazakhstan in third.
Loaders, load the bar to 145 kilos, rack height 13.
It's been a great week for Kazakhs with 10 golds, 10 silvers, and 6 bronze, 26 total medals, more than any other nation. Uzbekistan, 19 medals in total. They're in second position. Armenia finishing with 12 medals, including 8 gold. And the Ukraine in fourth position with 13 medals, but 7 gold. And the reason Armenia is ahead of the Ukraine because they have 1 more gold. So Uzbekistan will go next, and it's Ilkiljan Yokubov. His attempted lift here will be 145 kilograms. 23-year-old finished 5th in the up to 59 kilogram event this week. It's been a great week of competition here in Tbilisi, Georgia. First World Cup event of the year. Next stop, Beijing, China in June. And that's a good lift. 145 kilograms for Uzbekistan.
Loaders, load the bar to 190
So 111.27 points for that lift. So Uzbekistan in first place, obviously, because they've had 2 lifters and the other countries have only had 1 so far. One thing that you'll notice in the team events is that if an athlete does get a no lift, then that pretty much puts their team out of it because most of the teams will successfully lift all 3 of their lifts. I mean, there is a possibility that teams could miss 1 lift, but for the most part, most teams are successful with their lifts. So if you don't get a good lift, then you're in big trouble. Puts you behind the 8 ball right away. So here's Yuri Babinets from the Ukraine, looking to lift 190 kilograms. Won the silver medal in the up to 88 kilogram category this week. He's the European record holder in his weight class. And 190 kilograms. And no problem there. That's a whiteout. Good lift for him. So the Ukraine 2 for 2 so far.
Loaders load the bar to 190 kilos, rack height 14.
And the Ukraine has the lead, 246.39 points ahead of Uzbekistan's 229.32. Another look at his lift. So now it's time for Kazakhstan's second lifter, Rakhimjan Kamayev, going next. 190 kilograms is what he'll be looking to lift here. Kamayev won the bronze medal in the up to 88 kilogram event. Also picked up a gold medal for the total lift that he had. Ooh, that's a good lift. Only 2 out of the 3 referees thought so, but that's enough. A little closer than he probably would have liked. So that's a 120.34 points for that lift. So 6 competitors, and all 6 with good lifts. .39, Kazakhstan in second, 230.42, and Uzbekistan 229.32. So it's going to come down to the final lifters, as it often does in the team events. And the top 2 teams will battle it out in the final for the gold medal.
Loaders load the bar to 173 kilos, rack height 15.
So Kazakhstan is going to go first in this third round. So every lift is so important now as you look at the standings in front of you on the board. Ukraine, Kazakhstan, and Uzbekistan, the order so far. So Askat Zumanov will go next. 34-year-old, won the bronze in the up to 97 kilogram category. Kazakhstan with 12 athletes here in Tbilisi, Georgia at this World Cup event. 7 men, 5 women. Ukraine, 8 competitors. And Uzbekistan, 13 competitors. The host nation, Georgia, 27 competitors in total. So Zumanov here lifting 175 kilograms, or attempting to lift 175 kilograms. All these lifts now so important as we get down to the final round. And that's a good lift for Zumanov. He gets the whiteout from the referees. Referees from Kazakhstan, Italy, and Greece for this men's team event. So 109.64 points for Kazakhstan and Zumanov. So they finished with 340.06 points. Now they have to wait and see how Uzbekistan and Ukraine fares. So Uzbekistan will go next. Bahram Kobalov will attempt 180 kilograms for his lift. Finished fourth in the up to 88 kilogram category this week. He did pick up a silver medal, though, for his total kilograms lifted. Their medals handed out for best lifts, but also for total weight lifted in each weight category. $180 kilograms for Kobalov, and he has no trouble with that, and that's a whiteout for him. So successful lift for Uzbekistan. So they go 3 for 3, just like Kazakhstan did. And you see Kazakhstan 109 points, 109.64 overall.
For the third attempt, representing Ukraine, Krikov Anton.
So Uzbekistan moves ahead of Kazakhstan after that lift, 115.66 from Kobalov. And so that gives Uzbekistan 344.98 points. And Kazakhstan in second with 340.06 points. So it's going to come down to this last lift from Anton Krukov. And if he gets this lift, then likely Kazakhstan will not compete in the final, and it'll be Ukraine against Uzbekistan. But we will see what happens. Krukov here, 210 kilograms. Won the gold medal in the up to 107 kilogram category. Doesn't waste a lot of time and looks very confident, and that was a confident lift. And the referees agree that that was well done. And so that's a whiteout for him. So Krukov is successful. So all 9 competitors with good lifts. And the Ukraine moves into first place after that lift. So 123.95 points for Krukov. And that gives the Ukraine 370.34 points. Uzbekistan next at 344.98, just edging out Kazakhstan with 340.06. So it'll be the Ukraine against Uzbekistan in the gold medal showdown. There you see the breakdown. 9 successful lifts, and Ukraine winning in the heats, and Uzbekistan finishing second, and Kazakhstan finishing in third. So the Ukraine against Uzbekistan will be next in the gold medal match, and we will see how that all plays out. That gold medal match will be coming up in a matter of moments, and we'll see which nation goes first and which order they decide to go with. Maybe they'll go with the same order, maybe they'll go with a different order. That's what always makes it interesting to watch and see how things play out. So we'll get set for the gold medal showdown in a matter of moments. First, some highlights from the heats that we just saw. between the Ukraine, Uzbekistan, and Kazakhstan in the men's team event here in Tbilisi, Georgia.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the teams for the gold match. Representing Uzbekistan, Khalimov El-Khoum, Yukubov Ogiljon, Kobilov Bahroum, representing Ukraine, Kostyantin Panaswek, Yuri Baintes, Anton Krikov, technical officials for this session are the chief referee from Jordan, Azzam al-Zu'bi. The left side referee from Yemen, Mohammed al-Qirsh. The right side referee from Kazakhstan, Olga Prokopyshina. Spotter loaders, please take your positions on the field of play. Spotter loaders, please preload the bar to 165 kilos, rack height 1.
So it's the men's team event final, the gold medal showdown taking place. It's the Ukraine taking on Uzbekistan as the other nation that took part in the heats portion of the men's team event. Kazakhstan was knocked out, so it's the Ukraine taking on Uzbekistan. So the winner of this will win the gold medal. So just to recap how it works, there are 3 competitors for each nation. Each competitor will get 1 lift, and the lift is based on the amount of weight that is lifted, comparable to their body weight, which gives total points.
10, 9,
And whichever nation has the most points ends up winning the gold medal.
3, 2, 1. For the first attempt,
So here we go. The
Ukraine,
men's team
Anna
event gold medal
Kierten.
match is now about to get underway. The final day of competition on this Monday at the 2025 Powerlifting World Cup event in Tbilisi, Georgia. First athlete on his way to the field of plays. This is Konstantin Panasiuk from the Ukraine. He will attempt to lift 165 kilograms. Had a successful lift in the heat portion. The 2 nations going with the same order of athletes. You can change them around from the heat if they wanted to. The coach can do that, but they've decided to keep the athletes in the same order. And that's a good lift. That's a whiteout for Panasiuk. So a good start for him to get this gold medal match underway. 165 kilograms. He lifted 162 kilograms in the heat, so a little bit more here in the final.
For the first attempt, representing Uzbekistan, Khalimov El-Khom.
So now it's Uzbekistan's turn to try and match what Ukraine did. See if they can get a successful first lift. And this is Ilkhom Kalamov from Uzbekistan. So he will attempt to lift 216 kilograms with his first lift. In the heats, lifted 200 kilograms, so extra weight on the bar for him in this gold medal match. And that's a good lift. So the bronze medalist from the up to 107 kilogram event this week, successful with his first lift here in the gold medal match. So that lift gives Uzbekistan 127.49 points. So a very marginal advantage so far after the first two athletes have competed. 127.49 for Uzbekistan, 126.86 for the Ukraine. So again, just because the athlete lifts a heavier weight, it's impressive to do so, but with the team events, it comes down to points as opposed to the amount of weight that's been lifted. So a lot of it also has to do with the body weight. So if the body weight and the total lift amount isn't that impressive, then they're going to get less points. But if the total weight lifted based on the body weight is higher, then that's going to give them more points. So Okon Yokubov will go next for the Ukraine. So he's looking at lifting 155 kilograms. Lifted 145 kilograms in the heats. So a little heavier weight here for him. And that's a good lift. 2 out of 3 referees gets it done. So 155 kilograms successful. 118.95 points for that. Another look at how he did it. So 246.44 points now for Uzbekistan. So here comes Yuri Babinets, 192 kilograms. He will be attempting to lift here. Lifted 192 kilograms, or 190 kilograms, pardon me, in the heats. So this a little bit heavier. Babinets winning a bronze medal at the recent Paris Paralympics. And that's a good lift. That's a whiteout for Babinets. So far, every competitor who has come onto the stage and has lifted their weight has been successful. We have yet to see a no lift, which in these team competitions you can't really afford to have. So Babinet's total points 123.12. So that means the Ukraine is now ahead of Uzbekistan 249.88 to 246.44. So by a very small margin, the Ukraine has the lead. And you see the evidence on your screen.
To 195 kilos, rack height 15.
So each country with one athlete left. So it's going to come down to these final two lifts to determine who wins the gold medal.
For the third attempt, representing Uzbekistan, Kobilov Bahroum.
So Uzbekistan will go first, and it's Bahram Kobilov. So he'll look to lift 195 kilograms here if he can. Kobilov lifted 180 in the previous team heat. Kobilov, 31 years old, competed in the up to 88 kilogram category. Coaches decided to go with the same order in the final as they went with in the heats. Oh no. No lift. Oh, a crucial mistake for Kobilov. 195 kilograms. And that's the first no lift. And that means that the Ukraine, even if they don't get this final lift, will still get the gold medal because currently they have a few more points than their competitors. So the Ukraine 249.98 to 246.44 for Uzbekistan. So if Krukov makes this weight successful, gets this good lift at 215 kilograms, then the Ukraine wins. And even if he does not, they still have enough points to capture the gold medal. So really, this is just icing on the cake for the Ukraine. If they can solidify this last lift. Krukov, the European record holder in the men's up to 107 kilogram category. Won the silver medal as well at the Paris Paralympics. Picked up the gold medal in the individual event here in Tbilisi, Georgia as well. And that's another good lift for Krukov. So he's going to add another gold medal to his trophy case. So that'll be 3 gold medals for Krukov. He won the individual gold in the up to 107 kilogram category. The total lift gold, with all 3 of his lifts being successful. And now he's going to win a gold medal in the team event for the Ukraine. So that lift of 215 kilograms was worth 126.9 points. And there you see the Ukraine wins the gold medal match. And they will receive the gold medals, 376.88 points. Uzbekistan, 246.44 points. And unfortunate for them that Uzbekistan and Bahram Kobilov unable to get that last weight. So not a clean lift there. And congratulations all around in the back. So it's the Ukraine who wins the event and captures the gold medal. And Uzbekistan wins the silver. And we will have the victory ceremony coming up in a matter of moments. Kazakhstan finishing in third position with the bronze. So Ukraine with the gold, Uzbekistan with the silver, and Kazakhstan with the bronze. As we look at highlights from the men's team event competition, and coming up, the victory ceremony in a few moments.
victory ceremony for the men team event. Please welcome the medalists.
So the victory ceremony for the men's team event is just getting underway, and the medals will be handed out to the three nations that participated: Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and the Ukraine.
Powerlifting technical delegate Chiara Shivarelli.
So Chiara Shivarelli from the World Powerlifting Technical Delegation will hand out the medals, and the first medals will go to the team of Kazakhstan: Ediljan Botov, Rakamatjan Hamiev, and Askat Zumanov. So each of the athletes from Kazakhstan adding to their medal tally, they each winning medals in the individual events as well. And what I like about the team events, it's a cool gesture, is that they give medals also to the coaches of the athletes as well.
Representing Uzbekistan.
And the silver medalist going to Uzbekistan: Ilkhom Kelimanov,
Ilkhom Khalimov,
Okuljan Yokubov, and Barom Kubilov will get silver medals. As well, the coach of the Uzbekistan team will also receive a silver medal. I always like it that the coaches get rewarded for their work as well. The unsung heroes working with the athletes.
The gold medalist representing Ukraine.
And the gold medal in the men's team event goes to the Ukraine, as Kostiantin Panasuk, Yuri Babinets, and Anton Krukov will get gold medals. That's the third gold medal of these World Championships, the World Cup rather, in Tbilisi, Georgia. Won a gold in the up to 107 kilogram event. Also won the total gold as well. So 3 golds for him. And the coach is also getting gold medals too. And a big round of applause for the team of Ukraine. And now Ukraine will get to hear their national anthem. So the gold medal team event
medalists.
belongs to the Ukraine. So it's Ukraine with the gold medal, and Uzbekistan with the silver, and Kazakhstan with the bronze. Nice picture of all the teams and the coaches. And like I said, I think it's a great idea to hand out medals to the coaches of the teams as well in the team events. So there's the proof on paper or on your screen. Gold to the Ukraine, silver to Uzbekistan, and bronze to Kazakhstan. So that wraps up the men's events. So the men are done in this World Cup event, the first of the year. Tbilisi, Georgia. Sure, we'll see some of these athletes competing in the next World Cup event in Beijing coming up next month. So coming up next is the women's team event. That will be getting started in just over 20 minutes from now. And again, it's the Ukraine, Uzbekistan, and Kazakhstan taking part. They'll have the heat where the top two teams will then face off in the gold medal final. So a short break in the action, and we'll be back with the women's team event after the Ukraine wins the men's team event here at the 2025 Powerlifting World Cup in Tbilisi, Georgia. Stay with us.